Good morning, children. Today we will be looking into the question and answers from our lesson number 7, which is Q basic statements. So in this topic or in this lesson, we started to learn what is Q basic and what are the basic statements which we will be using in Q basic. Okay, the very first question is write a note on Q basic. So Q basic is a programming language, first point. Okay, then it was created by Microsoft. Then it is based upon the basic language, or the original language is called the basic. Okay, it is very easy to learn and understand. It uses English like words and mathematical symbols to write programs. It is the most flexible language. It is the most flexible language anybody can learn. So it helps the beginners to develop the programming skills. You can write only till this. This is enough. So this is a note on Q basic. So what is Q basic? It is a programming language. It was developed by Microsoft. It is very easy to learn and understand. It uses English words and mathematical expressions, and it is easy for the beginners to develop their programming skills. Now, what are the rules of Q basic? What are the rules of Q basic? So first, every program you need not write this. You read. Okay, you can write all Q basic programs are made up of commands, are made up of statements. All Q basic programs are made up of statements. Then the statements are written in a specific rule. Okay, they follow a specific rule, and that specific rule is called syntax. Okay, third one, every statement should have at least one Q basic command word. Fourth one, the statements are executed in an order. Only these four. These things we will write it in the next question. Okay, so in the second question, 4 points, simple 4 points. First point, Q basic programs are made up of statements. Those statements are based upon certain rules. Okay, specific set of rules called syntax. Then each statement should have at least one Q basic keyword, and the statements are executed in the order in which they are written. Now, what are keywords? The keywords are the words the basic recognizes. The words that the basic language recognizes are called keywords. Then only we can able to communicate with the computer. Okay, so the language or the words in which the basic recognizes are called keywords. Coming to what is data, it's the collection of facts and figures which we need to enter into the computer. So that is called data. Fifth one, what are the two types of data? The two types of data are constants and variables. Constants and variables. The sixth question, what are constants? Okay, the value which does not change. The value which does not change during the execution of the program is called constant. Okay, what are the two types of constant? Numeric constant and alphanumeric constant. Okay, then what is, I can ask separately, like what is numeric constant? So a numeric variable or a numeric value, okay, like an integer or real number, positive and negative, are called as numerical constants, and they will have only numbers, no special characters, should not include any special characters. Now coming to the alphanumeric constant. Alphanumerics, it will have both the letters and numbers. It will have special characters also. Now coming to the next question, what is a variable? What is a variable? A variable is a location in memory. Okay, so it is a location in memory to which a value can be assigned. Any value can be assigned. Then it will continue to hold the value till the other value is assigned to it. So The next question is, what are the two types of variables? One is the numeric variable and another one is the alphanumeric variable or the string. Numeric variable means it will be having the values as arithmetic values, that is the numeric values only. Okay, then it will be assigned to an alphabet which is represented on the left hand side. Left hand side alphabet equal to a numeric value. Then alphanumeric variable or a string variable, that is I am going to assign a string. String means something with letters and words. I am going to assign it to a variable. So in that case I will be using the alphanumeric variable. Here I should use the dollar sign also. Here I can use dollar sign I should use. Okay. Then what are the two modes in QBasic? The two types of modes are the direct mode and the program mode. Okay. The two modes are direct mode and program mode. Okay. Now we are going to see what is the direct mode. Here we are going to type the single line instruction. The instruction is going to be in single line and the output can be viewed there itself when we press the enter key. So that is why it is called direct mode. It is a single line instruction where the output is viewed then and there. No storage in the memory. Nothing is stored in the memory. Coming to the program mode. What is program mode? It is opposite of the direct mode where the instructions are stored in the memory. The data is stored in the memory and then we are using many lines of instructions, not only single line. Okay. Now we are going to see what is let statement. Before that we will see what is CLS. CLS means it is used to clear the output screen, because the output screen will be already having the results from the previous program. So every time we want a fresh screen to display the output from our program. So we will be using this keyword CLS command to clear the output screen. Clear screen, clear screen. Okay. And it will be always written before starting the program. Okay. Then output of the previous program is not shown on the screen. Now, what is the let statement? Let statement is also called as assignment statement, used to assign a value to the variable. It is used to assign a variable. Let a equal to 5. That is the syntax. Line number let is the keyword. Variable a equal to 5. You can directly write here. Line number let a equal to 5. This is a simple example with the syntax. Okay. Now coming to the 15th question. What is the print command? Print command is used to display the message or the value. The syntax, line number, print, whichever you want to. Constant variable or a numeric constant or a numeric variable. Okay. That is what we can give the example till here. What will happen if I use a semicolon in the print? If a semicolon is there, the values will be printed one after the another without any space. So that is what they have shown. You can take the syntax also. Now what is the output if print is used with a comma? When I use with a comma, you will be having spaces, plenty of spaces. So syntax print variable 1 comma variable 2. Now what is the 18th question? What is the print with tab function? Tab function means the tab function is used to move the print position to the column. Which is the column we are going to indicate. There till that you will be pushing it. So that is what they say. Print tab. In the bracket you can give the which column you want. If it is a 10, it will be printing in the 10th column. Okay. Now, what I want to do what is for blank lines? Blank lines I will be just writing print. Without anything I will just write print. So this will leave a blank line. Now coming to the 19th question, what is the input statement? The input statement means it is used to accept the data from the user. It will take the data from the user and the user will have to give the value into the computer. Okay, how will this will be done? It will be displaying a question mark. It will be displaying the question mark to get the input from the user. Okay, so when the input is got, the program execution will continue. When the input is got, the program execution will continue. So the syntax, line number, input, numeric or a string variable name with the example. Okay. Now we can have commas also for input. Okay. Now this is a syntax for message. Input the message and the variable, whichever variable we want to get it. Now what does a computer do? What does the computer do when the input statement is used? Okay, so when using the input statement, the computer will do the following things. What is it? It stops the further processing. It prints a question mark. It waits for the user to give the value and then press the enter key. Then it will store the data or it assign the data to that variable. Okay, so this is how what is all happening. It stops the execution. It will get the user. It will prompt the user. It will put a question mark on the user to give the input. Then it will wait till the user gives the input. Once the user gives the input, it will start to assign the data to the variable and begin the processing. Okay. So children, you have to write all these 20 question and answers in your classwork notebook. Okay. Put term number 3. Put the date. Okay. Put the date as 21/1/2021 and then you can write the lesson name. Okay. And you can start writing the question answers in your classwork notebook. Okay children, do this and send it as homework in my WhatsApp number. Okay, thank you.